What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Tuesday afternoon, 1:30 on the East Coast. What a time. What a time to be in Fight Bananas land, guys. Natalie Kutzli coming in around 10-15 minutes. Gillian Robertson, one of the best strawweight fighters on this planet, top of the hour. A little bit past Gillian, Elle Dawson, co-host of the show. She's in training camp. She's in fight camp. That's what the fighters say, fight camp. Isn't every day, every week a fight camp, right? Crazy times, crazy times. We'll get into everything, guys. We'll get into more of the betting scandal. I was on live yesterday, just me for around 30 minutes talking about it. More news came out. I have another take on the last 36 hours of this wild betting scandal in the UFC. They said 100 maybe fights have been fixed, so on and so on. So we'll get into that in a second. Ariel Helwani went all into that yesterday. So shout out to him. We're going to break down the featherweight matchmakers. Myself, L, and G will all become matchmakers in the featherweight division, because right now out of the top 10 there's no fights. Garcia just won, he's now in the top 8. Zalal just won 2 weeks ago, he's in the top 8. Who's Volk gonna fight? Who's the number one contender is gonna fight? We're gonna play matchmakers in the featherweight division. And then we got UFC 322 around the corner, one of the best cards of the year. We're gonna break that down and have fun. It's gonna be a good show like always. G's in fight camp, L's in fight camp. We're going to see how everyone's doing, and so on and so on. So, guys, jump in the comments, ask away anything you want. We'll answer it always live on the show. We appreciate you. Sub the channel, share the channel, do all that good stuff. And let's get going. All right. First on the docket is this betting scandal, the story that will keep on giving. I think we have, we just passed Halloween. We got Thanksgiving in around 20 days, Christmas in around 50 days. The next 60 days, the later end of 2025, this story won't go away. I think this will be the biggest story in our space, mixed martial arts, UFC space, for the next 50, 60 days. And Ariel Helwani, shout out to him. Great show, live all the time, multiple hours. It's a hard thing. So shout out to him and what he does. He broke a lot of it down. I'm not going to go into every detail of, what he broke down on this betting scandal. If you guys don't know, rewind a little bit here. Saturday, Isaac Dogarian, a 7-1 fighter at that time, was a big betting favorite. A couple hours before the fight, a lot of people bet against him. And also a lot of people, or a big bet was bet that Isaac would lose in the first round. They fought. My eyes didn't tell me anything. That Isaac looked pretty bad fighting, lost in the first round. And the MMA world went ablaze, right? Twitter went wild with it, social media, and it seems pretty crazy, pretty shady. So, Ariel, the two things I want to jump into, that was a little pretense there. The two things I want to jump into the most is, one is Ariel Helwani said yesterday that they think, or the FBI thinks, or people are talking about that they think over 100 fights, fighters, referees, judges, whatever, maybe around 100 fights have been fixed. Like the gaming community, FBI is looking into 100 different fights that has abnormal betting patterns, and maybe the fight didn't go off. A couple things I want to say to that. The first thing I want to say is that I keep on hearing that abnormal betting patterns. I don't know about you guys, and I probably bet maybe more than the next person, but I don't bet on every single MMA fight, right? Like sometimes I actually only bet on one big fight a weekend. And it's not even sometimes the main event. I say it all the time. Sometimes the main event's the hardest fight to make a wager on. It's a prelim fight that I feel pretty good about. A lot of these guys in the prelims, maybe one guy's in the UFC too early. Maybe one guy's in a bad training camp. Maybe one guy, his record has just more, I say it all the time. I think there was a fight. I think Grant and I talked about it on this very show. One guy had around over 40 fights of experience, and one guy had around 8. And sometimes just that alone is too big of a jump. Question. I had to stop my thought. One combat, easiest kind of sport to fix, betting, going to boxing 100 years plus. Yeah, Jake, I agree with you. That's my second and third point. I will definitely get into that, my man. But back to my point of, I don't think so many fights are being fixed or abnormally bet on. If I feel super confident about one fight, I'm just going to bet 100, 500, some people bet $1,000, couple $1,000 on one fight. So they're saying they think that's abnormal because you're only betting on one fight. Maybe he knows so much. I don't know. I think that's just a smart better. I think for us to bet on a plethora of fights a night, there's not a lot of people in the industry bet that way. So yeah, Jake, I got a one-on-one combat for sure. I see it. And I will say that for sure. It is easier. Probably combat sports, the UFC is maybe one of the most easiest things to rig. I agree with that because usually on a team sport, if you're the best baseball player in the world, you hit 3-4 times. Shohei Ohtani gave up a 3-run home run, didn't hit a home run in game 7, and the team still won, right? Josh Allen can have a bad game and the Bills can still win. So I totally agree that a 1v1 in combat is the easiest thing to win and lose. And I say this a million times. I'm not a fighter. I don't know what it is. I don't know the feeling to be hitting as hard as I could a knee or the ribs. We've seen people get kneed in the ribs and they just keep going by and keep fighting. And I've seen people get kneed in the ribs and they falter and melt on the cage. Is that fight fixed or not fixed? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that is, no one knows the feeling. There's a choke, right? Remember, Amanda Nunes tapped very quick to Juliana Pena. Is that saying it's rigged or fixed? I don't think so. I'm not going to go like that, but Oh, there's Natalie in right there. There we go. Let's jump her in right now. Like I said, guys, G will be in 15, 20 minutes. L 15, 20 minutes past her. But we talked to her before. We absolutely love and adore her. She had a really good couple weeks ago. That's the main reason we're talking to, and we just like talking to her. So back on the show, Natalie Kutzli. Hey, Natalie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Are you on your phone?
Yes, I am.
Can you go sideways with it?
Yeah. Is it good?
Nope. It didn't go. Maybe you haven't locked. It's okay. You can go straight up and down.
Let me fix it real quick.
My fault. I should have told you that off air. My fault. There you go. You're good.
Cool.
Awesome. How are you, friend?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. We are very, very blessed over here. I have a lot of stuff for you, but please take me to Serbia. Like that's where we want to go first. If I could ask, how did the competition come to be? Like, how did you get? Is that something you have to get invited to, or like try out to go fight over there?
Yeah. It's by invitation. So James Gray, the head coach of Scorpion Fighting System, my coach, and he's also the coach of Team USA. So he can kind of like. He has to go through like a series of board members to see who can be like selected on the team. Okay. And then I was selected after that fight I had recently at Island Fights. And it was a good fight. It was kind of a gamble picking me because I'm 2-0, so I'm still really new. Yeah. And since it could be like, there are professional fighters there. Like I fought a professional fighter for the championship and things like that.
Real quick, I was just going to add, that was one of my questions. So there could be amateurs versus pros in this.
Yes, but it's all amateur rules.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. But yeah, so it's kind of like a gamble picking me. Like they didn't know like how I would, do or like fare. And I came up and I showed out. So it was great.
When you say showed out, what can you give the people who haven't seen, and we can make this into what was the results? What happened at the very end?
So my first fight, I won a TKO within the first round. It was pretty quick.
That's good.
Yeah, it was great. And then my second fight, I made it actually through the entire fight, but I won every single round.
Okay.
And she was a professional fighter from Poland. She's been training for 4 years, and it was the toughest challenge I've had yet. In the circle in the ring and stuff like that. It was amazing. It was so much fun.
So with those wins, you won this competition, right?
So those 2 wins made me win. So technically I'm a world champion now for UWW. So that's pretty wild to say out loud, but yeah.
Natalie, you're a world champion, okay? So yeah. The next time I'll see you, I'll dap you up, shake your hand, be like, "Hey, world champ, how are you? How's the life going?" Is it being funny like that? But in all seriousness, have anything changed? Has your confidence changed? Has your inner scoreboard have changed? You're like, whoa, okay, this is maybe you thought this 4 months ago as well, but now winning that, are you like, Dave, I'm going to be in the UFC in 38 months. Like this is really, really happening.
Well, so like, it's kind of crazy because in the beginning of the year, like I had a weird start to like my MMA like career. Cause I was going to have a fight, a year ago, but then I popped my rib cartilage. So I couldn't fight. And then I was like recovering for a long time. And then it's just like for that year, I was like, I felt like an imposter. I was like, I trained so much, I worked so
Yeah,
hard,
yeah,
but like I haven't had my fight yet. And I did keep calling myself this. And just after winning the, this tournament and like all the other credentials I've gotten like this year, like being 4-0 now, I won
yeah.
the Arnold's in jiu-jitsu this year. And just like after getting like those credentials, I'm like, okay, like I'm exactly like who I say I am,
Yeah,
so just
yeah.
it feels really good just to see all my training like, come true and all my hard work, it's
I
great.
love it. I love it. Yeah, do you remember like in 7th grade, like a basketball game or bingo game? Remember your last loss? I don't remember you losing, Natalie. You just keep winning stuff. You win fights, win jits. You just keep winning. That's a good thing. Keep that going. Keep that going. Um, I I want to go back to Serbia real quick. I do have another question, kind of pro and all that stuff.
Mm.
I saw like videos of it. It did look, am I wrong? It seemed like it was a flat mat and then it was a circle. Like that's what it was. It was like a circular thing, but it was no cage or ropes at all, right?
Right. It was really a unique experience. I actually really enjoyed it
Okay.
because like when you like would take people down or like get them outside of the circle, if you could hold them in a dominant like position, you'd start in the center in that position. So like if you like did well with that, like
Yeah.
for example, like I was in side control and they put me in the center in side control, I was like perfect. Like
Yeah.
she has nowhere to go.
Right.
So yeah, I really enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, no, it was great. I really liked being on the mat. It was
So
fun.
now you've done this mat circular thing. You've done
Mhm.
a square with ropes at Island Fights multiple times. I've been lucky enough to
Yep.
call those fights for you. Of course, octagon and cage. Have you Is it at the end of the day, it's combat sports, punching, kicking, grappling? Is it all the same? Or is there, you felt different highs and lows of different fighting types, arenas, so say?
That's an interesting question. With the boxing ring and like the cages and stuff, like it's nice because you can like corner them and like, get like your inside body shots and things like that.
Sure.
But like the ring generalship is still the same. Like they can't step out of the circle and things like that. So I just kind of like referred back to like what I did in my other fights was like I just tried to control the center and like if I just kind of corralled them the best I could, and then if they
Right.
couldn't do anything, we'd just restart. But I definitely prefer the like enclosed like cage more, just because you can like get takedowns and stuff like that a little bit easier. But yeah.
Um, so I've been commenting for Island Fights for a long time, and Island Fights, they have amateur shows and pro shows. It's wild. I don't know if you know this or follow them. Saturday is an amateur show, and then literally 5, 6 days later on that Friday is a pro show in Biloxi. So they have amateur to pro like that. I've been to one night that they have amateurs on the prelims and pros on the main card. And I think it's wild. And I probably some promoters are going to be super upset at me saying this. I think it's wild that commentators can be paid. The people that are selling popcorn can get paid. Everyone there is working, getting paid. But if you're an amateur mixed martial artist, you don't get paid. You are fighting, you're doing everything, training camps, all that stuff. But particularly for that night, you're not getting paid. Of course, when you turn pro and up, all that gets paid off. But have you thought about, especially defeating a pro in Serbia? Have you got that itch? Did you fly home and you're like, okay, I'm kind of ready for this? Or are you happy a little bit longer in the amateur arena?
I just want to get as many fights as I can. So I'm happy being an amateur right now. Though being a pro does sound amazing. I do want to just fight as many people as I can, different styles, and just like kind of get my resume up with that.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to have amazing sponsors back home who just like, want me to succeed
Yeah.
and just go as far as I can. So I'm pretty comfortable with that. And yeah.
But do you have any kind of like game plan or a map of probably the next 6 months, year and a half? Do you have in your head or in your soul like, hey, Dave, maybe by 2027, I definitely want to be pro? Or are you just very open and see wherever life takes you?
I would like to be pro like within a year and a half for sure.
Yeah.
That would be the plan. But
Okay.
like in the meantime, like since I'm not injured or anything like that, like I haven't really taken any serious damage. I just want to stay as active as I can. But for now, I'm gonna like enjoy the holidays and get my weight down because I want my next fight to be at 135. So
Right. I was gonna say, yeah, Island Fights can't fly you there. You can't make it there Saturday. Little catch weight. We can't make this happen.
no, not this time.
How are you feeling, honestly, from the fighting? Did you fight twice in the same day? Was it very close? Like, was it multiple days off or?
So the first day I got there, I didn't have a fight, which was nice because I got to recover and things like
Get
that.
grounded, yeah.
Yeah, and then the second day I had a fight, and then the third day I had a fight.
Okay.
So the day of the day. But the first fight I had, it was like 30 seconds, so it wasn't like quite as long. But
Yeah.
the second fight, I definitely I felt it the next day. Like my legs, it's always my foot and my shin that just get destroyed just because of those like kicks.
Because Natalie, you're the one that's doing the kicking. How do they feel? They're getting kicked by your foot and your shin. That hurts.
You should have seen my shin the next day. That thing was huge. I had a giant lump on it. It was black and blue. It was not good.
Yeah, that's so funny. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, my shin. Because look at that person, that poor young woman is, her rib is broken right now. But crazy. But how was it? I know you said you had a kind of day there. Did you get time to, visit, so say, or kind of I would assume that was the first time you being ever to Serbia?
Yeah, it was the first time I've been to Serbia. We got to walk around and explore the shops and things like that.
Yeah.
Here and there, and that was really cool. The food there was cool. I kept accidentally getting different variations of Hot Pockets. I didn't
That
mean
sounds good.
to. I
That
mean, it
sounds
was good, but I wanted a burger. But then they gave me this chicken and pesto thing, which is amazing. But it was wrapped up like a Hot Pocket, and I was like, okay. And I asked for a sandwich, and it was just a chicken cordon bleu, and I was like, okay, that's good. But I keep getting Hot Pockets everywhere I go.
Maybe it's a Serbia thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Serbia's into Hot Pockets, I guess.
I guess so.
All the fighters I talked to, probably their underlining best thing that before they got into the sport and got into this lifestyle, the thing that they're like, wow, is amazing that people don't talk about enough is kind of what you just did, the travel. Gillian said she's fought in 3 different countries before, and everything that she goes, if you're a banker or a teacher, which those are amazing things, you wouldn't be able to travel like that and still work and get paid and all that stuff. So I think that's so cool that you still so young that you can travel to Serbia. That's amazing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's another one too for UWW. They're going to, I think, Kazakhstan. I think that's the next one that I want to try to go to do that too.
Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah, it would be cool.
That
Yeah.
is cool. I like it. Okay. Couple fun newer things. One, have you seen, do you watch kind of the UFC week by week, or are you in this MMA sphere of seeing and hearing things that's going on?
Sometimes I'm not super into. This is one thing that I really need to work on is watching it more. But the thing is, this is the biggest reason why is because on Sunday we have Sunday practice from 9 to 11, and I want to get enough sleep so I can do well on Sunday practice. So it just kind of stops me from watching it. But I watch highlights and things like that.
Okay. Well, Elle just kind of came in the green room. Let me get Elle in, and then. Oh, sorry, Elle, you're in. You're in.
I was still getting my notes together. I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All good. We're finishing up with Natalie, and then we'll go into everything. But now, what I was getting at, did you see or hear anything about the whole betting scandal that's going on in the UFC right now?
No, I didn't.
So, okay. Over the weekend, there was a big fight. There was a fight on the card, and this guy was 7-1. Really, good mixed martial artist. Some weird, wonky things, major bets went against him, and also for him to lose in the first round. He did lose in the first round, so now everyone's freaking out. I guess FBI is involved and gaming's involved. I just what's your have you bet? Have you ever bet on mixed martial arts? Is that not are you not in that scene at all?
No, I'm not. I don't like losing, so I don't want to do something that'll make me lose.
Yeah, it's.
Respect that.
Her last loss was the 7th grade in basketball. We just talked about it. She hasn't lost in 10 years. Natalie doesn't know how to lose.
I mean, keep it rolling, girl.
Yeah, that's a good skill. It's good.
I'll try my best. Yeah.
Do you when you were talking about kind of getting maybe more in the space? Do you like this? Do you like podcasting or commentating, or kind of do you like this side of it? Because it's so wild how. To me, the UFC, so much of the fight game has become this. Almost all the big fighters, Sugar Sean O'Malley and Demetrius Johnson, everyone has podcasts, and all the fighters, even in the UFC, they're still on ESPN doing all the post-fight shows. Does that side of it interest you at all in the future?
Oh, I think that's amazing. I think it's so cool. My coach again, James Gray, he has a podcast also. So it's just everywhere around me, people are podcasting. I think that's just such a great thing, and it would be so cool just to hear people's stories and just chat them up and stuff. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, you have anything for Natalie?
I don't know what you guys talked about, so I don't want to. But no, it's great to see you again, girl.
Thank you. You too.
Looking forward to watching you fight again for sure.
Elle, she's a world champion now. She went to Serbia, beat 2 girls up. She's a world champ. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff.
Traveling the world already, girl. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Elle is such an underrated part about what fighters do, about how you guys can get paid to travel and to see things you probably wouldn't have seen if you're a post lady or, a garbage, you know what I mean? That's this, they don't get that. It's pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, it's the coolest. I've always wanted to, like, 2 things, like, growing up. I've always wanted to be a professional athlete, and I've always wanted to travel. So finding MMA is like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Those are both of the things, if I can do it.
When you said about athlete, what other things did you do when you were younger that you thought maybe, I would assume when you were 8 years old, maybe you weren't thinking you were going to be the next Ronda Rousey? Did you have any other dreams of athletic, when you were younger? Other sports?
Oh, yeah. Sports for my entire life. Like, any sport that you can name, I've done. Even in college, I've done a few random seasons. Like, I did a season of soccer in college too.
Okay.
Not a lot of people know that. I did a season of soccer. I wrestled, I did track in college, and then they needed me for a cross country meet because they needed one other person to make it to conference. So I ran that too. So just like anywhere and everywhere, I've done it. But growing up, Taekwondo, it was my biggest thing ever, and I was 100% committed to that until I got to high school. And then my coach told me, he was like, hey, you need to pick a sport that'll get you a scholarship, because Taekwondo, it won't do it, So then I picked up a discus, and I could chuck it really far, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I got almost a full ride for that for college, and then my coach wasn't too good, so then I wrestled and things like that. You guys know that story.
I didn't know you threw discus, so one of my friends is a Olympian in discus. Yeah,
so
such an impressive sport. The technique is really incredible.
Well, that's why I think, like, sometimes, like, with these body shots, like, we were doing body shots on, like, Monday morning, and I was just ripping them, and I was like, this is exactly like a discus throw. So it's just cool how, like, all these sports are, like, translating to MMA. Because MMA is the ultimate sport. It's all of them combined. So I think it's just amazing that, like, each part of my life has been, like, kind of, like, collectively preparing me for this. So it's pretty cool.
Outside of mixed martial arts, or any kind of combat sport, what's your favorite sport outside of combat sports?
Outside of combat sports?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Even to do or even to watch. Now you're older, even if you're not doing anything else, like, do you love watching soccer now or play soccer, or is there another sport that, like, interests you?
I would say either basketball or soccer. Those two are really fun. I really like playing basketball a lot.
You a Caitlin Clark fan?
Yeah, she's cool. She's the coolest.
I got a t-shirt of Caitlin Clark. I got 2 daughters, and one of them is pretty good at basketball. She's super, super young, and I'm like, darling, this could be the next Caitlin Clark. Like, this could be it. He's it.
Awesome. That's great.
The future.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now, or actually week and a half, Valentina Shevchenko, the flyweight champion. Weili was the strawweight champion, and Natalie went black on us.
The signal's been so weird.
I know.
She kept freezing on Sunday too. It's been strange.
Maybe she had a phone call. Some football dude. Oh, there's Natalie. She's back.
I don't know what happened about that.
Tell that person, you call her and call him back.
What is going on with SG in the comment section? Are you okay, buddy?
SG's all right. What I was saying, Weili's moving up in weight. New York City, UFC 322. Probably one of the best fights in female history. Weili and Valentina, I would just love your 2 cents, your take on this fight.
I mean, Shevchenko's amazing. I really look at her a lot, especially just like her style and things like that. I'm rooting for her all the way. I just think it'll be a great fight. It'll be amazing.
Do you predict that she will get the job done?
That's the plan. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. I like it. Look at that prediction. So they could cut that up. That's a post right there. Man. Well, Natalie, it's always great talking to you. It's awesome. There's 2 island fights back to back. Your name actually jokingly came up. I was like, guys, we're having 2 island fight shows. No Natalie Kutzli on this. I know she just won a world championship in Siberia, but come on, can we make this happen? What are we doing? But what is next? If you had like a perfect date in your head to fight next, circle that calendar on us for?
Oh, like January, February. Like I said, I'm just trying to get that weight down, and then have my next fight at 135. So, I don't want to cut as much as I did for the second fight. That was kind of a big cut. I cut 11 pounds. That was crazy for me.
And what sort of time? Like the couple days before or the whole camp?
It was no, like the day before, like I woke up and I was 151.6. And I know. And then my coach was like, all right, let's get to cutting. And then I don't know, like, if you looked closely, like, at my face-off picture, but, like, my cheeks were so sunken in. Like, when I showed up for weigh-ins, I was, like, my mouth was dry. Like, my face was, like, I looked like my cornerman, Bo, he told me, he made, like, a joke or whatever, and he called me Nat Skellington because just my cheeks were just so sunken in. It was ridiculous.
Damn, that's a good one. You didn't even tell us that in the interview. Dude, you were also so cool. Like you did some content for us beforehand. You were amazing. Usually when someone does it,
I was like trying, like my lips kept getting stuck to my teeth. It was so embarrassing.
Oh my goodness, dude. Well, you're the best, Natalie.
The like dry stickiness.
Yeah, it was not good.
Well, dude, you're an absolute stud. World champion. Hopefully we'll see you in January, February in another island fights. We can't wait.
Sounds amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. You're the best, Natalie. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. The world champion, Natalie Kutzli. What a stud.
Before Savage Time starts, I think we got to help SG out here in the comment section. Bro, drink some milk. You need dairy. Dairy will cool it down. I think he ate some spicy peppers.
Oh, okay. I get it now. I didn't. Yeah, I missed the top one. What is happening? SG, relax.
Get some milk. Get a big glass of cold milk. You'll feel better.
All right. Because lately, the last show or two, this amazing fighter, one of the greatest in the history of the female UFC division, has been starting the show. So I didn't have to do an introduction because she was already on the screen with me. But now she's not.
To make up for. You have weeks to make up for.
Weeks. She is not even one of the greatest flyweight fighters of all time. She's one of the best strawweight fighters of all time. UFC records across the board. Amanda Nunes looks up to the Savage, okay? Hopefully, she didn't like that line. I know she's a big Amanda fan. We'll talk to her about that. Dude, fighting on December 13th against new opponent. I know you guys probably talked about it on Sunday. Having on Tuesday, Amanda, number 5, ranked strawweight in the world, Amanda Lemos, will not be looking good that night because this person, Gillian the Savage Robertson, will be dominating once again. What's up, G?
What is up? You know, I actually think I have more records at flyweight currently than I do at strawweight.
We got to change that. We got to rack up the strawweight records.
I know. I'm like, I hate it when Mackenzie comes on. They're always like, she has the most submissions at strawweight. And I'm like, yeah, but who has the most overall?
That's a good point.
G, you get to say that when you're fighting.
Yeah. Can you say something nice about Mackenzie Dern?
All
right. Next question. So this past weekend. All right. We all three of us haven't talked about this together. Heard you guys on Sunday. I was screaming at my television because Elle Dawson maybe had one of the worst takes in the history of Fight Bananas history.
More things have come out. Calm down. I, unlike you, do not immediately jump the gun when anything interesting happens.
I'm a jumper.
I wait for all the information to come out, David.
That's really good journalism of you, Elle. I'm proud of Elle Dawson and Fight Bananas. Guys, a major betting scandal. Ariel Helwani went all in on it yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw snippets or all of it, whatever. He thinks maybe over 100 UFC fights have been fixed or messed with and stuff. And I actually have a big take on that. Wow, SG with the comment of the day.
He's back. He's dealt with the spice problem. He's back to his sassy self.
All right, so I have some things, but definitely ladies first and you guys first. G, where are you at on this whole UFC betting scandal? Just put a bow on everything for us.
Well, I'll say I've never been offered any money.
That's news. I like that. Okay.
I just see a couple different fighters coming out. I know I saw Vanessa Demopoulos post something.
Yeah.
I want to say Vince Morales did too. So there's a couple fighters saying, even Jared Gordon, he saying that they were offered money in the past for fights. I'm like, personally, nobody's ever approached me. I don't know if I'm not cool enough to, get in the mix.
Your nickname says it all, G. All right.
I would still say no, obviously. But yeah, it's crazy all the stuff that's coming out. I'm like, the more I rewatch that fight, the more I'm just like,
oh,
Oh, this is bad.
I said it right away. I call it L. Like right away. I'm like, did you just see that? Like I saw the social media beforehand, so I had it in my head already that there's abnormal stuff happening, blah, 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 blah. First round, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, this guy just put his head for a takedown, left his head at the side of Valet's, hip for a minute, and then got choked. It was just like, I was like, oh, that just happened. I just watched the fixed fight.
Even before that, I'm like, he finishes the takedown kind of. He gets Valet's butt down to the mat, and then he kind of lets him back up. Like, it's like he secures like a clean takedown, and I think he was like, oh shit, I didn't think it was going to be that easy.
Yeah.
And then is like, all right, let me push him to the cage and lets him defend it.
Right. So I kind of want to get off the Isaac thing for a little bit, just this one particular thing and more big screen, big picture of it. Do you guys think that there's a massive problem? Like it seems Ariel, Ariel's amazing. He's built a empire on MMA combat sports media. So I'm not trying to go after Ariel. I'm not trying to take that angle. I just think if I could say my personal feelings, in my opinion, is I think he overblew the situation and scenario. Like, oh, this the whole thing is going to tumble down. I don't think the world is ended. I think we're okay. I think Isaac, you ready for this one? Sorry, not taking it back. I think he's a scumbag. What he did was an awful thing. Get him out of the sport and let's just move forward. Let's keep our eyes on stuff. Let's be aware we're grown ups. So I think we're smart, grown people. Let's just kind of keep our head on stuff. But I think we're okay. Am I off on that?
No, I agree. And I want to point out how short everybody's memory is. When the original James Krause, Derek Minner betting scandal occurred with Derek Minner's throne fight, everybody said the exact same thing. Oh, there's 100 fights in question. Jason Herzog's name always comes up for some reason. He's like the best ref. He has like maybe one call that's like, oh, kind of, like, to me, that seems so funny. But this happens this happened that time. Nothing came of it. That was years ago. So I do think the rumor mill is kind of repeating what it repeated then. And I think the UFC did what they should have, which was immediately take action, cut him. Nevada State Athletic Commission is holding his purse, his entire purse. This dude's not even getting paid for the fight right now until they figure this out. So.
No, can I just say that when I saw the tweets coming out, I was like, oh shit. And then when I saw Herzog's name, I was like, that's not true.
He's the best ref.
I was like, there's no way Herzog's involved with this. I absolutely love Herzog. So I'm like,
every UFC fighter says that, I swear.
I'm like, he's the best ref in like how he handles the fight, how he handles the fighter. Even like when eye pokes happen, he's always like, just calm down. Here's a cold compress. Here, take your time. Like, he's just like the best voice in the octagon. And I just want to go back for a second because Jake left a comment here. Mackenzie does have a nice dog. So there.
Okay. Thank you.
I wasn't sure if he was talking about you or me, but that makes sense.
Not my last fight. I think the one before it, Mackenzie's ex-boyfriend, I think, was on the card. So she was there with the dog, and I was, I don't know, like signing posters, doing something, and I saw the dog, and I turned around, I was like, oh my gosh, what a cute puppy. And then I noticed Mackenzie was holding the leash, and I was like, oh.
Wow.
Did you at least
Even a dog can't solve this friendship or relationship. This is the biggest rival in sports history. A dog can't.
As long as you did not deprive the puppy of pets just because Mackenzie was holding the puppy.
No, of course not. I was like, can I pet it?
We'll get back into G and Dern in a second, but okay, a couple.
I've only seen this on Twitter, though. Has anybody seen an actual source say this yet? That's what I'm wondering. I
agree with you. And also, let me just throw this out. And I talked about this. I was on for 10 minutes before Natalie got on, and then before both you guys got on. 1v1 combat. Okay, like, who are my two favorite fighters on this planet?
No, it's Gillian and Grant. I'm not invited.
I was going to say Walter Walker, but
Walter Walker might be beating you and Grant out for
yeah.
I think I can say this and you guys would totally understand. I think Gillian Robertson and Grant Dawson will be world champions one day, and I will do anything to help promote, push, support anything in this world. But both of you guys have actually had a bad outing in the octagon. It happens. Islam Makhachev has gotten knocked out. He is, to me, the best alive right now today. Islam is the best. But he's had a bad outing. I keep on seeing about these 100 things they throw out, bad and weird fights. That happens. We have a bad night. I've had a bad show. I've had a bad night being a dad. I've had a bad night driving. Like, gee, you've had a bad outing one time. You've had amazing ones, and you have records. Grant is, 13 1-1 in the UFC, 12 1-1, 11 1-1. I'm already counting the Torres fight as a win. So he's 11 1-1. That's one of the best UFC records in the UFC. He had a bad outing. It happens. Like, if people say, "Oh, Grant fight was rigged against King Green," like, you could pick out any bad scenario. Cyril Gahn got wasted by John Jones, and then he looked amazing against Aspinall. It happens. Like, that bothers me so much that I see that a lot in social media, that, oh, look at these bad fights. It happens, right? Like,
it's it has to be related to go ahead.
I was going to say, we were even talking about it on the Sunday Morning Brew. If the lines change, the betting lines change around Cedricus Dumas's fight this weekend, you could have said that one was rigged. Yeah. I'm like, dude waited 20 seconds to tap.
Good point.
And that's what I was going to say. It's the line movement. It has to be, the fights have to be related to the line movement. And if there was any weird fight that had this kind of line movement, we would have already heard about it, guys. Like, so unless people were like doing little bets to make sure they didn't like throw people off, then like, why would they do something so extreme for the Bulgarian fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, if there were really 100 fights that were so questionable, you brought up Dumas. To be honest, David is another one. I don't think David did anything wrong. I just think he had a bad night. And I think Garcia had an amazing night.
Yeah,
but
it happens.
Nobody's questioning that fight because the line movement was not abnormal. David just had a rough time. It happens.
1,000,000% LNG
next time, you know?
And to double down on something that people don't understand with other sports, if you have a bad night in football, like, it's a game, it's a long game, there's comebacks, you have a good moment, you have a bad moment. If you have a bad night in fighting, you get smashed. Like, it's a green light train over someone, and you just get smashed. Me and Jillian grappled once. It didn't go my way, and I got choked out really quick. Like, if you do it bad, there's not a lot of time. You just get choked out. You lose quickly. Like, Onama looked awful. Like you said, Garcia looked amazing. This is going to go down a really bad rabbit hole. I can see it already about, like, I think that's fighting. Like, you have the best night. Gee, on a good night, you could probably say there's no one alive that can beat you on some nights. Whatever that flow, you feel invincible, the best weight cut ever, your mental going into a fight, you feel like you would beat Joanna champion in her prime. Like, that night, you probably have those feelings, and some other nights you're indifferent. That's fighting.
No, it's definitely, and like in fighting, it's like we also have so many few times to have these opportunities throughout the year to even show that. So I'm like, so much pressure is on this 1 15-minute moment. I'm like, you could be looking good the whole year round and then have your 1 15 minutes that it's like, sometimes the lights do get you. For David Onama, a big main event spot, I'm like, sometimes the nerves of that get to you. It's just like there is a lot of different mental factors that do play into it more than just the actual physical fight itself. And we do have that little short period of time to be able to display that.
Right. I would like to address this comment real quick. I don't know about Vanessa. She's saying that, but other people are saying that too. So is Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon's sucker punch. So it's not just the Iridium people that have been reached out. And the Derek Minner, Jeff Molina thing was all one piece, and they were all friends training at the same gym. So I think, like, I don't think Iridium is doing anything shady. Nobody has ever offered Grant money to do anything remotely unethical in a fight. If somebody's offered Vanessa, maybe it's like the location. Maybe it's people who are in Vegas. There's a lot of bettors in Vegas. I don't know. But I know that there's fighters that have said they were approached that were not Iridium fighters as well. Just to clarify.
No, I appreciate that. I wasn't going to push it because
dude, Grant, Grant would never would say the same thing. Like, we don't have contact with these people anymore that we used to train with. And
right.
It is what it is,
There's two things I also want to talk about in this scenario, and tell me, be honest, both of you, please. If you're like, Dave, you're off on this one or you're on this one. First, Dana White. Dana White, to me, is the most polarizing figure in sports. And maybe I'm too far in this combat sports bubble and that a football player, a basketball player, Dana White says whatever the F he wants to whoever the F he wants at any time that he wants. That's Dana White. There's like baseball teams that won't go to the White House. Dana White brings Donald Trump to the front of the cage and shakes the champion's hand. Like, Dana White does what he wants. I'm pretty baffled that Dana White won't get an iPhone on Instagram Live and go, guys, we don't have a problem here. Isaac's a douchebag. We're figuring this out. We let him go. He's fired. We're moving on. The UFC's in a great spot. We'll see you on Paramount Plus. Peace. Like, why can't Dana White do this?
It depends. If there actually is a federal investigation, there is a very good chance that the feds get to decide when the UFC gets to release a statement. That is very real. Like, okay. and if the investigation is currently ongoing and the UFC is going to have to testify or provide affidavits or something like that, there's a very good chance the feds are like, hey, don't talk about this yet. And that we saw the same thing with the Minner fight years ago. It took a couple weeks for the UFC to release their official statement and whatnot. And like, it took some time. So if the FTC was involved and the feds were investigating, I could see it being that would be my immediate response. I don't know what you think.
Okay.
Oh. No, I'm like, honestly, I was thinking the same thing as Dave. The next day I was like, just like going to Dana's page, going to the UFC page, and just kind of surprised I didn't see anything addressing it. But that makes complete total sense.
I think it's always better to rip the Band-Aid off and just be honest. Like, if we F up here and fight bananas or do a bad post or something happens, like, hey, my bad, I was wrong or right. Or what we're doing here, we're having opinions. Like, our opinion is never wrong because it's our opinion. Like, we can be wrong about a fight outcome that we are predicting, but like us right now are just debating and having fun and off. Like, it's our opinion. Like, our opinions can change and can switch with more information. But like, I just don't understand right away. And I don't think the FBI was involved that night or the next morning. I don't think,
the story from several sources is that the feds flagged the bet before the fight happened.
Not the feds, the gaming community, not the feds.
The gaming commission, you think?
Yes, the gaming commission's the one that said, hey, UFC, we have a problem here.
I don't know about that. I've seen both. And I would imagine if there already was such a big like flag on that, I would imagine the feds probably are taking a look at it. Because like, from what I understand, in order for the line movement to be as extreme as it was, it had to be a pretty large amount of money. So I would imagine they are involved. And I will say this too, like, you're like, oh, well, Dana White says whatever he wants. It's like, yeah, but when the things he says are opinionary and can't cause legal implication. And I am quite certain that a man as smart and with as much money as Dana White is meeting with lawyers every day right now to make sure they handle this exactly how they should, to make sure that the UFC is not implicated and didn't do anything illegal. So I think this is a very different situation than Dana White having Donald Trump show up to the event. Like, this is a little bit different than that, Dave.
All right. Well, if I could say just really quickly, I'm super happy. I got a TV here and it's us right now on the TV. Dude, my haircut looks amazing. I'm super happy with this.
It does look really good. It's very shiny today.
Thank you. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm super happy with this. All right, back to so are we done on G?
Well, no, the last thing I want to say is that Herzog has nothing to do with it. I'm 100%
I agree.
We got to cut that up and tag Herzog. You will love this.
We love Jason Herzog. That's Grant's favorite ref.
Everyone's favorite ref.
Everybody's favorite ref.
There we go. Okay, so Jason Herzog, shout out. I'm guessing once the sportsbook and stuff sees the lines and should change the wirely, they're probably automatically flag and talking to a third. Yes, yeah. And they told the UFC, and
they said this as well. So I don't know what the chain of command is. Like, I'm not sure if the betting integrity partner has to notify a corporation, they may also be required to notify the feds. Like, there may be a hierarchy. It's like, oh, we had to like file this form. That form gets sent to all these different like government bodies.
Okay. All right. We're never going to be able to change this. Can I say something on this too? And actually, G, you probably be the best person in the world to talk on this. I don't think people understand how big the roster is, and every fighter can't get paid Conor McGregor. Like, there wouldn't be a company. There wouldn't be 4 shows a month. And you start at this level, and if you win, you go to this level. And then you go to this level, and then this level. And Grant said this multiple times on air, and I feel confident to say this. Grant's happy with his compensation right now in the UFC. And I think, G, you've kind of been the same way. If you do good and win fights and keep winning, life is good. So Isaac had a chance to be on that level. Keep winning fights, Isaac. You would have made a ton of money. That he made that choice. That's on him and his belief. And I just couldn't do that. I couldn't put my head on the pillow. Like, that would mess me up forever.
No, I feel like I don't know. It's so easy to say fighter pay is low when you're comparing it to other sports. You know, when you're looking at like football where they're getting insane contracts.
Millions is low, right?
No,
Yeah.
one thing, G, I will say to this, and the UFC has been, I think, then they just had their 25th anniversary. Like, baseball's been around for 140 years. So if I will, in 100 years, I would assume the UFC pay will be incredible too, right? You know?
Yeah, exactly. That was going to be my point. I'm like, that's what, like, fighter pay is easy to compare to all these other sports that have been around for forever at this point. Where I'm like you said,
Oh no.
That was the best point Gillian was ever going to make. That was it.
Aw.
Oh. You're back.
Okay. I'm like,
you're halfway through your point.
I don't know what is up with my Wi-Fi this last week. It's been like the morning brew was terrible.
We were all over the place.
It was such a good show too. Like,
we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Carry on.
So
you were saying you've been happy with your pay or your rise.
Oh yeah, I've never been complained about how much I've gotten paid. I feel like, honestly, I just feel blessed to be able to do what I love every single day, and I do live very comfortably off of it. You know, I'm like, I'm also not someone who needs to be like driving around in the newest, biggest thing or like wearing like, I don't know. I'm not about like all the brand names, things like that. I don't need anything fancy. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's easy to live on a UFC paycheck, and it's easy. I don't understand how you can drop your standards that low.
Yeah, like
there's also something to be said about that too. It's like, if we're comparing apples and oranges, if we're comparing the UFC to the NFL, for example, think about the percentage of really, really, really good football players that don't even get a shot in the NFL. It is so much more competitive.
Great point.
To be in the NFL at this point in time. And I think the UFC, like we said, when it's been around for 150 years, will look more similar. But as of right now, it is easier to become a UFC fighter than it is to become a player in the NFL.
Great point.
I would say, like, and we've seen it, especially like right now. If you're pretty good and you get 5 wins on the regional scene, you're on Contender Series. You know, like.
And let's be honest, we all know the regional scene. 4 of those wins, you fought a tomato can, and the 5th one was they set it up for you. You know. So yeah. Well, actually, I do want to talk about this. We'll talk about this later. Jake Paul stuff. Guys, we have 2 major things. We had a pre-meeting beforehand, aka a text. So I definitely want to get into that. But one last thing, G, you said something. I want to go right into it. What is one thing that you do spend money on that you're like, hey, once a week, once a month, or every day, this is something I do like and I do want? Like, I like sneakers. Over here, I got literally 30 pairs of Jordans. I probably got $8,000 worth of sneakers right here to my left. Like, what is one thing that you do spend that?
All in red hair dye. This isn't a bad answer either.
Yeah.
But I don't
What's
know.
like a G thing?
There's not really anything that I like to like splurge on. I would say one thing that I do that is obnoxious is get Instacart so I don't have to leave my house.
No.
I respect that.
Yeah. That's a dude.
That's a good use of your funds.
Yeah, that's dude. DoorDash is ridiculous, right? Like
Expensive right
it's
now.
so expensive.
The fees are like $15.
I just want Taco Bell at 11:30 at night twice a week, and it's just me, all my kids in bed. I don't want to drive anywhere, and it's like $24. Like what?
For a taco.
Oh gosh. All right. So Instacart. All right. Two things. One is before our matchmaking ability of the featherweight division, which I think is very fun.
So ready for.
I cannot wait. UFC 322, 2 weeks away, a week and a half away. Am I going over the top about how freaking amazing this card is? Okay. For one, the main event, I don't think you can get a better main event right now. And I know people will argue Jones and Alex. You have maybe the best fighter alive, Islam Makhachev, moving up to the welterweight division. It's like a mysterious thing. Jack Della Maddalena, really fun champion, underrated type of champion. That main event's amazing. Are we in agreement with that, both of you guys?
Yeah, I think that's hard to argue with.
Thank you. Co-main event to me is the best fight in the feet. I can't wait for Kayla and Amanda, and it looks like that's going to be happening sooner than later, where everything has been hearing. However, guys, Weili versus Valentina might be the most high-level fight in female history. Like, these are two of the most talented fighters, weight classes moving. I can't wait for this fight. I'm super excited. Are we in agreement with that?
Dave went in on me. I gave the same answer, and Dave kind of went in on me last week. But I just, it depends what happens. Like, it could be like Weili is put on the size and she's so athletic and like her in and out movement and like she just looks superb. Or Valentina could time a really nice takedown once around for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to see a lot of.
Wow.
I think it's going to be a boring fight. I think that Valentina just cares about winning fights at this point. Like, she doesn't want to take risks and be exciting. She just wants to be safe and do what she needs to do to secure the win, which I'm like, it's probably smart if she is losing a little bit of speed, getting a little bit older, and like she's just changing her game plan. And it's just not as exciting in her last couple fights. And I think that's really what we're going to see a lot of, is her and Weili's guard.
I'm just going to keep it on this for the rest of the show, G. This is it.
Dave's so disappointed that you've agreed with me on this.
No. Oh, goodness. All right. But okay. I guess my one piggyback question back to especially Gillian on this. If everything goes good, I know you have a really big fight on December 13th, and I know we joke a lot about the future and everything else. I know how important December 13th is, and after this, I don't want to talk past December 13th ever on the show until this is my last point. If you fight for the world championship in the spring of 2026, would you be amazing of like, I don't care how I win, even if it's the worst, it's Carla Esparza type of fight against Rose Namajunas, but you win the world championship. Are you okay with that? Or no, there's a standard to Gillian Robertson and your fighting style that you want to meet that night?
Yeah, no, I would not be okay with that.
Okay.
I think that I always say, I'm like, in the comments on Instagram all the time, people always like, the second they post a women's fight, they're like, time for a bathroom break. I want to try to break that stigma. I want to give people a reason that they want to stay there for that fight. I'm like, when like Weili and Rose and Joanna were fighting, nobody wanted to miss those fights.
Oh.
Everybody was trying to see those girls fight because they knew that it was going to be a banger. They knew it was going to be a technical fight. They knew it was going to be entertaining. And I think like that's the standard that champions should have.
Love it, G. That's why you're a savage. Chad, you're the best. We appreciate you. You're goated, my man. You're goated, Chad. Okay, featured fight on that is now Carlos. Oh, not Carlos. Wow, too close. That's even down under this. Michael Morales versus Sean Brady. Just take my money. That fight is amazing.
To answer Jake's question, yes, he literally just beat Gilbert Burns, who's a great grappler. It's a little small for the division, I would say.
In the 90s, he was pretty good.
Huh? What's
in
up?
The 90s.
Oh, he's still good. He's a little small and he's getting a little older. But has he fought a grappler like Sean Brady? I don't know.
No.
Sean Brady is massive. He's
So good.
so good.
So good.
his wrestling, his control, and he just looks so insanely strong. So I have no clue. I do not have a prediction. I just want to see this.
Sean Brady, unanimous decision. That's mine.
I gotta go with Sean Brady. I'm like, he's stealing my coach at the end of, well, maybe I should be rooting against him because of this. I'm like, Dean's always with me Monday through Wednesday, then goes up to Philly Wednesday through Friday. So I'm like, he steals my coach half the week. So I'm like, I gotta be Team Brady.
Just come down here.
I know.
Who wants to be in Philly instead of Florida?
Who wants to be in Philly during the winter?
I was gonna say this time of year.
Oh, that's gross. All right. That fight, I can't wait. I kind of agree. I can't wait to watch it. Like, dude, if Morales catches Sean first or second round, like, I will become one of the biggest Michael Morales fans. Like, I will switch quick. I'm a bandwagon. I will go switch on Michael Morales so quick. All right, that's that. Then we got Carlos Pratas versus Leon Edwards, and I love fights like this. It's the young guy on the rise against an older veteran champion. You know, he was a world champion. Where are they at? You know, where are they at on this ship of the night? I think that's a great fight. Going to be fun. I would assume they're going to stand up and strike for 15 minutes. I would assume.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, my only worry with this fight is they're both counter fighters a lot. So I'm like, I would worry that it just de-escalates it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I am definitely excited. I love Pratas right now, but that's my only worry for this fight.
I will say, I do think he made the adjustments between the Ian Gary fight and the Jeff Neal fight, where he was way more active early in the Jeff Neal fight than he was early in the Gary fight. So I'm hopeful that we will see him press that action. And while Leon definitely has danger, I would say overall, Jeff Neal, like, is a guy you have to be a little bit more careful about over Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is a little sharper, right? But if you don't really let Leon Edwards get going and, like, make his reads and everything, I could see Carlos, like, starting to press him earlier, and that being a big problem for Leon Edwards.
I just feel like Jeff Neal almost fought a fight that was perfect into Carlos Pratas' game of coming forward and rushing him with big punches a lot of the time, where it's like Leon's typically on his back foot. So that's what I'm like, I'm just scared they're both going to be on their back foot.
I'm hopeful not. I'm hopeful Pratas presses the action early.
And then the first fight on the main card, not a Bo Nickel fight anymore. We will have Benoit Saint Denis versus a Broom, and that can take my money. He's actually fighting Beneil Dariush, but I can't wait for that fight. Just gonna put up this.
Well,
Dude,
yeah.
T. McCline is.
Yeah. What else do we say about that? Just yeah.
God of War is back. Benoit Saint Denis. I think that's a very, very important fight for Benoit Saint Denis. If Benoit smashes Beneil and gets through him, I think Benoit's back. He's a top 5, top 7 guy, and is a problem for this next generation of lightweights. Guys like Grant and Gamrot and Armand and Ilya. Benoit will be there for years to come. If he wins, if he loses, I feel like he's just a hot or cold guy. I don't want to say this name, but I think you kind of like a little Drew Doberish. Like, one night he looks amazing, one night he looks bad. Like, I think he needs to win this fight to progress his MMA career.
And especially with how good Beneil looked against Moicano. Like, yes. I think if Beneil and Moicano had fought the night they were supposed to fight, I think Moicano would have smashed him. Moicano looked so good that whole camp and everything. I think the stars aligned for Beneil Dariush, and he just looked like that's the best Beneil Dariush I think I've ever seen. The one that fought Moicano a few weeks ago or a couple months ago. So I feel like if that is the Beneil that we're getting right now, a win over him for BSD is just massive.
Oh, I just texted you a picture when G leaves in 5 minutes after we do our featherweight thing. Can you bring that picture up on our feed?
Yeah, I'll add it right now.
It's a picture of your amazing husband. All right, let's be featherweight matchmaker, guys. I love this division. Right now, there's no fights made in the top 10. We just had a couple winners in that division. We don't have a championship fight yet. So let's be matchmakers in the featherweight division. We'll have the audience pick their winner of who's the best matchmaker, and we'll send this to Mick Maynard, and maybe one of us can become a matchmaker sooner than later. So who wants to go first? Who wants to make the first match of this featherweight division?
Go for it, G.
I was gonna say Elle because I'm like, she seems a lot more prepared than me.
I did the whole division. Like,
I even gave you. We had a meeting about this.
I know. I tried. I'm like, it was just a rough sparring day, and then we added in cardio and sauna, and I woke up at a very low weight this. I'm still here and still down. Got some.
Stop clicking things, Dave. I'm doing it.
Stop putting that picture up. He's talking about.
I have to take it down immediately, but you were clicking it at the same time as me. Just let me do it. That's how it works when you add a photo. Finish, G. Sorry.
Just gonna stay out of this.
I know, dude. This is brother and sister. We're arguing right now. I'm sorry. Live on air, but we're fine. All right. So it's in. But what was the? I would assume your opponent has a black eye, maybe as well. Training partner.
I don't even know what happened. I think it was actually I was sitting in mount and she just like threw her hand up and kind of caught me. Like I was just didn't really. I don't know. It was unexpected in a way.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, that's the only moment that I can think because I kind of got poked in the eye then too. So that's the only time I can think that I got.
When you got poked, was that the end of it, and you had to go to the emergency room and get an eye patch, or is that just a Tom Aspinall thing?
I don't think it ended at all. I think I just sat on top of her and just continued what I was doing.
The one and only Gillian the Savage Robertson. All right, featherweight division. Elle, you throw out any fight you want. What fight do you want to make in the featherweight division?
Do you want me to do all the ones I want or just one?
You do them all, Elle. It's your show. Whatever you want.
So I keep saying, and I wouldn't not be mad at Gene Silva and Steve Garcia, but
That's
Gene
fun.
Silva is number 11, and I think Steve Garcia has very much earned this number 8 spot. So I would like to see my first matchup is Steve Garcia and Yusuf Zalal. I think Yusuf Zalal is incredibly hard to hit because of the way he moves his feet. Do you have that too?
Same one, same matchup.
Just the way Yusuf moves his feet, I would be really interested to see that just because I think he's hard to hit. And Garcia
I love it.
Amazing boxing, great pressure. I really want to see that matchup. I think Yusuf is really good at like slowing the fight down, using his feet, running away, but also picking at people. And I don't think Steve Garcia will let him do that. So that's a fight I really want to see.
Love that, Elle. I think they're both underrated as well. I think they're both underrated, and I think the winner gets a lot of stock going forward.
I agree. The next matchup I want to see happen is Aljamain Sterling and Lerone Murphy. You know how I feel about Murphy getting a title shot right now. Just don't think he's there yet. I think he needs one more win after, because Aaron Pico, we don't know where he sits in this division yet. So I don't think you can give him the title fight up that. I want to see Lerone Murphy and Aljamain Sterling. I think Lerone is athletic enough to maybe pose some problems with Aljo's wrestling. And I'd like to see somebody who's big and long try to wrestle Lerone and see if he can deal with that. This is the next fight that needs to happen in this division. I don't know why the UFC hasn't done this yet. We want to see Diego Lopez and Yair Rodriguez fight. They have beef. They're both super fun strikers. Diego Lopez never takes a step backwards. Yair Rodriguez is going to have to fight him. It's going to be a firefight. Just give us that, please. And then just give Movsar his title shot against Alex Volkanovski. Like, that's what should happen in the division right now. If I were matchmaker, those are the 4 fights I'd be making right now.
That's pretty good, Elle. That's pretty good. I'll throw mine, and then G, pick one, or you have a couple different, or you love these, whatever you want. The floor is yours. I got Zalal versus Garcia, first matchup. Love it. My underrated matchup, you didn't mention any of these guys. I got Gene Silva versus Arnold Allen to main event of fight night. Kind of two guys that two really good fighters, both underrated. I think that's a good fight night main event. I got Yair Rodriguez versus Aljamain Sterling. I love me some Aljamain Sterling. I think it's a great matchup for him. That goes on a pay-per-view, two really big names. The best fight out of all these is Diego Lopez versus Lerone Murphy. Two undefeated, not undefeated, but Lerone and Diego, my undefeated guys most are. So I got Diego and Lerone. the number one contenders out of that fight. Volkanovski versus Mosarf in February for the belt.
My one argument would be the Arnold Silva fight. I think Silva doesn't get to fight number 6 after losing. I think you give him somebody closer to him in the rankings. He's number 11 right now. That's my only argument. Go ahead, G. Sorry. You were about to talk. I'll shut up.
I don't know. You said Aljo and Liron.
El did. I got Aljo versus Yair.
Oh, Aljo versus Yair. And then I don't know. I'm like, it's hard to not want to see. Like, I'm gonna have my Google Translate out for the Diego Lopez and Yair Rodriguez the whole press conference, and it just talking way too fast at each other. It's gonna be so chaotic. Then you're gonna watch the fight, and it's gonna be the exact same thing that happened at the press conference, except physically. It's just gonna be so chaotic. I feel like from both sides. I'm like, they both are just so aggressive. So you like have such unique styles, but are always looking for the finish. I think it's hard not to argue with the one that has that on the card. There was another one that I thought that Elle said that I was really looking forward to, that I was like,
I have Garcia Zalal, Lerone Aljo, Diego, and Yair
and Volk and Mosarf.
Yeah. The Volk and Mosarf, I think, is like obvious at this point. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. I think I gotta give 5 points to Elle and give 3 points to Dave.
I like when Gillian does the points. Let's keep this going.
Oh my goodness. I just got outpointed on
your own show, Dave.
It's your show, Elle.
Caveat with Dave's answer is this. And I disagree with this. I don't think he holds Yair down. I think he submits him immediately. Like I just think I don't think Yair can put up a fight against Aljo. I
definitely think the Lerone Murphy. I think Lerone, he's just so athletic. He's going to be able to get up better. He's going to be able to create. I feel like play his game a little bit more. Where I think Yair is going to fall into Aljo's game more.
I agree.
Okay. Number G, what are you? 8, 9, 7, 8?
I don't know. They change it every other day.
Yeah.
I got him pulled up. Hang on.
Amanda Lamotte. Okay, so let's talk. I don't know if you guys brought it up that much on Sunday. New fight opponent, same date, 10. Wow.
Yeah.
She is
every other day.
Yeah.
She is number 1 in the world. How is she number 10? UFC made a 0 on their mistake. But how do you feel to get the number 5 ranked opponent December 13th at the Apex? How's the emotions feeling right now, G?
I don't know if I should still be ranked 10 when Weili Zhang's ranked 1 right now. I'm like, didn't she move up?
So weird. They did that when I think when Ilya went up too. It was like Ilya was somehow ranked below the guy that beat him. It doesn't make any sense. I like today. G and L versus Dave.
I know, it's been a good show. We got betting scandals, featherweight division. This weekend, last thing I will say about I think the fight nights are going to be good. And there's always good fights on fight nights or any fight, any card. There's always great fights. I just think we're a busy society. And if you want to get us three are going to watch Saturday night. But we need to get other people to watch. And Randy Brown versus Bonfim is not going to bring in the casual mixed martial arts fan. And that's where I think they lack. There's not even the old veterans on it. There's not guys like Arlovsky or Pitbull. We need those guys on cards like this to bring in older fans. Am I wrong on that?
No,
maybe somebody that's still in the UFC.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying those on purpose.
Bring them back.
All right. Gillian is amazing. Appreciate your time always on this show. I'm going to yell at Elle for the next 20 minutes, and I don't want you to be live on with us. We appreciate you, G. You're the best.
Did I do something wrong?
No, you're getting beat up verbally for the next 20 minutes, Elle. You're the best. We'll talk to you soon.
Good luck.
Don't leave me.
Bye. She's the best.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm feeling very sassy today, Dave.
Yeah,
I have
bring
really
the
good
sass.
rounds.
All right, can you bring up this amazing picture?
Yes.
Guys,
What a room.
what a room. Look at this picture. The caption on Fight Bananas is, this is the lineup to just become the number one contender. It's not even the lineup to become world champion, just to become the number one contender. What a room. Wow.
Beasts. Some beasts right there. Hopefully soon, every single person in that picture will be in the UFC.
Who's the most underrated fighter on that picture?
Dakota Bush. Dakota Bush, 100%. Nobody knows who he is. There's a reason Dustin Poirier was taking Dakota Bush to his fights. Moicano was taking Dakota Bush to his fights. There's a reason he's in Grant's corner every time. He's been in Francis's corner. Like, he is probably the best training partner, hands down. Like, he is. I've gotten sick on fight week because I do all Grant's food during fight week, and I got like deathly ill the first day we got to California, and I had to go stay at the fighter hotel away from everybody, and just isolate in a hotel room. And Dakota just stepped up, did everything for Grant. The food, made his food, did his handled his weight cut. Like, he is a world-class teammate. He is also an insanely good fighter that nobody. No, I just make the food, SG. I just make the food. Eric Pena is the number one fight dietitian. We work with him. He just tells me what to make for Grant, and I just cook it. But dude, Dakota's awesome. Like, people don't know his name because he's not signed to a major promotion, but I truly believe that in time he will be.
Love it.
She doesn't train at ATT, so I don't know.
Wow,
She's been gone for a few camps now. It's been a while.
So she was at American Top Team. She was winning a lot of fights, became the number one contender. She left the gym, and now she doesn't win fights anymore.
I do think I think she fought Raquel when she was still at ATT. I think. I honestly don't remember. I didn't. She's too big for me to train with. I did train with her wife, Gloria. She was a great training partner. I miss having her in the gym. But I never trained with Myra. We aren't really friends. I just don't know her very well.
All right. The ruthless one, Dawson, fighting in 6 weeks. How is everything with you? How's training camp going?
I'm fighting in 5 weeks. It's good. It's good. I sparred this morning. I had some really good rounds today.
Did you get your head off the center line?
Oh, wait, never, to be honest with you. I don't move my head.
I talked to Grant yesterday for 34 minutes on the phone, and I think I said it 7 times. I'm like, Grant, just get your head off the center line. That's the only thing I said.
Can't corner me, guys.
No, I got to figure out what I'm doing that week.
Yeah,
I don't know what state I'm going to, where I'm staying. If I'm going to both fights, no fights, one fight, I don't know. I got to figure it out quickly.
No, it's an actual fight. I'm never doing another jiu-jitsu match. I don't do jiu-jitsu matches.
Dude, you were awesome that night.
No, I'm super. As I called the jiu-jitsu match, I was like, the side quest was fun, but this is the main plot. Like, I'm super pumped to get to actually compete in MMA again.
What's your professional record?
5-1.
That's a great record.
Thank you. I have 4 finishes. One decision. 4 finishes. 1 decision.
4 finishes.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty salty that I didn't get that 5th one. I had the flu all fight camp, which I still feel like I should have been able to finish the fight, but
this is great technique right here by Jake.
I can't take it. Thanks, Jake. I'll do my best. Not unless they get 105 on Contender Series. They'd have to add a whole new weight class.
Dude, you know this. I 98% always joke to you about this. If they made a 105 and you got in the UFC and started just knocking people out, people think I'm absurdly biased about Grant and G. If you started doing it, I talk to you every single day. You're my co-host in this. You're my MMA Fight Bananas wife. I would be insane. I would be obnoxious if you start just knocking girls out in 105.
And maybe that's why. Maybe God's just looking out for the public. Maybe there's no Adam White.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I thought I was going to get yelled at for 20 minutes.
You got massive fans. I agree, dude. Everyone's talking about El Dawson. This. So no, but like because it's been this is your first camp in what, over a year?
I mean, I haven't fought in 3 years.
Holy crap.
So I was looking for a fight for like the first year. Couldn't find anything. Nothing. No fights. Nobody wanted to fight me. Then I tore my ACL, so I was out for a year. Unfortunately, during that time period, Invicta was doing a bunch of events, but I was out from surgery. So I kind of missed that window where they had several 105 fights that would have been really nice to be involved with. And then that's this last year again, like I've been healthy for the most part. And we just couldn't find anything. So this opportunity came up. I was like, yeah, we gotta do something. So I mean, and I love fighting for this show. I've had all 6 of my professional fights on FAC. I fought on their shows as an amateur as well. I get to go back to Missouri. I have lots of friends there. It'll be really fun to get to go back to the show I started on, So, and honestly, I don't think there are any straight married couples in the UFC. I think just lesbians. If I'm remembering, there were a few for a while.
Yeah, Dan Hardy doesn't, he doesn't not
the
there
UFC
anymore. Wow, that's a great one.
Yeah,
I don't think there is.
Not that I know of. Well, oh, it's in Independence, Missouri, at the Cable Dahmer Arena. You should totally come. That would be so freaking cool. Heck yeah. Yeah, if you make it out, DM me on Instagram. Let me know. I mean, I am a full-time MMA fighter. Like, that's what I do. I don't have a day job other than this podcast. Like, I go to the gym every day. I've literally just been training for the last couple of years, waiting for a fight. That's my life right now. Neither of them are in the UFC or married.
Guys, I've been married for 10 years. Marriage is not like a fling. Marriage
they've been together a while. They've been together.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a really serious thing. Like, to be married for a long time, like, it's saying like, hey, I'm a professional. I'm on Joe Rogan's level. No, I do this, but I'm not on Joe Rogan's level.
There have been a few. Gina Mazzani was married to Tim Elliott for a while. Let's see. Cheyenne Bays was married. Now she's Cheyenne Blissmas. She was married to JP Bays for a while, but like not currently. I'm just saying I don't like
that ended up really bad. Remember that?
Yeah, I honestly I don't know what happened, but yeah, it seemed kind of messy. She seems much happier now, so good for her. But and obviously you had Misha Tate, Brian Caraway back in the day. Like that ended super messy too. Like,
dude, maybe you shouldn't go in the UFCL.
The lesbians are killing it though.
But like, every man, look at this. Every man and woman that were married went to the UFC ended horrible.
You're right. Yeah.
These guys weren't together in the UFC.
No,
they weren't.
It was before, after.
No, they got together at the end of Ronda, but they weren't married when they were in the UFC.
Well, but yeah, and Pat Barry's not in the UFC.
Yeah.
So it's purgatory on Earth.
I think where he lives, Dakota.
No, I don't know. But
maybe marriage. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jake. I hope you change your mind. I think marriage is great, but yeah, you have to have the right partner. But yeah, it's Keisha and Raquel Pennington have been married a long time.
Yeah.
There are a lot of like coach husband-wife duos. Like the wife is in the UFC, her husband is her coach. We see that work very well. Veronica Hardy with Dan. You have Rose and Pat Barry. I mean, like they are married, but Pat Barry's not in the UFC. We're talking about 2 current fighters on the roster that are married, that are straight. I don't think that is happening right now.
Can I ask you a fight question for you personally? If you win, you knock this girl out in the first round, and the UFC sees you, Grant gets another one. They're like, dude, wait, we don't have any married couple in the UFC. I know They don't have a 105 division. And I know you've answered this question before, but if the UFC comes to you, El, and be like, hey, we want to offer you a straw weight UFC 4-fight contract, do you take it?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
My goal was never to be in the UFC. Like, that wasn't the goal when I started fighting. My goal was to be the best 105-pound fighter in the world. That was my goal for the longest time. And lately, the opportunities for 105ers have just been fewer and fewer and fewer. And so maybe I just at least go for it. But I think deep down, I know I'm not big enough to compete with a lot of the straw weights. And I've rolled with Gillian. Like, I feel the size. I've trained with Joanna. Like, I felt the size, and it is massively, massively different. And I don't have the capability to get that much bigger. Like, I just don't. I walk around close to what these girls are weighing in at. Like, that's I don't think people realize how big of a difference 10, 15 pounds is when you only weigh 110, 100.
Right. It's not 190 and 182. It's not that.
It's massive difference. Like, it's
10, like 8% of your body weight.
Yeah, it's huge amount. And so it's like, I honestly don't know. Maybe if that's not happening. Like, they're not. I don't think. I think the UFC is at a place where you have to, if they're seeking you out like that, you are a superstar. You are a Dakota Ditcheva, and like, because they don't. Dave's looking at me as a superstar. No. See, you see the bias here?
We love Dakota Ditcheva on this show. El, you are a superstar.
The only way the UFC would need me is if they were trying to build an atomweight division. Like, yes, I am smaller than her. She's a real strawweight. I am small. I am Plankton from SpongeBob. I am small.
Yeah, like it's funny because we do this 90% of our communication to each other, and then all, phone and stuff. But when we're with each other, and I think you are to take this in the best way possible. You are very small. You're very you're short. You're just you're a small human being.
No, I'm small. Like, and that's okay. Like, God blessed me with other gifts. Like, I've tried to get bigger. I've tried to fight at 115, and it just. I don't think that I can be. I think I have the capability to be the best 105-pound fighter in the world. I don't think I have the physical build to be the best 115-pound fighter in the world.
Right.
And I think that's true. I think there are lightweights in the UFC that absolutely can be the best lightweight in the world. That doesn't mean that they can also be the best welterweight in the world. Right. And I don't know. And we've seen it. We see Invicta atomweight champions go to the UFC all the time. Jinyu Fry. Super talented girl. I've trained with her before. Amazing fighter. Amazing atomweight fighter. Has been back and forth in the UFC. Hayani Dos Santos. Amazing 105-pound fighter. Not winning a lot of her fights in the UFC at 115. I feel like I'm not sure that I would want to go to the UFC just to say I went to the UFC if God sat me down and is like, hey, you can go to the UFC, but you're going to go 1-3 just because you're just too small. I don't know that I'd want to do that. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'd have to cross that bridge when it came to it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we did. I think we said we would go to 3.
They don't have real atomweights. Their atomweights are strawweights. Like, right. I think some of their girls are true 105ers. I think a lot of them would not be able to make 105 without the weight allowance from the hydration tests.
And again, I don't want to talk for you, but I've heard, and I think I've heard some really bad horror stories about one.
Yeah, I would never fight for one anyway, but I know, like, they're not going to take care of me. So, but doing that geek culture. I am fighting on FAC. It is a regional show. I'm just here on the podcast normally. I think if you're new here, SC Runner, this is me and Dave's show. We're here every week. I just happen to also have a fight coming up. But.
Yeah. Are you still going to do that Greek culture podcast with Grant?
Geek culture podcast? Oh, we kind of did talk about. He's talking about you guys or me and Grant?
Well, I don't know. SG, which one? Me and Grant always talk off air about stuff like that. We, I don't know.
You guys should do like a, have you ever seen Matt Sarah's show that he does? Yeah, see, this is unclear, SG.
You and Grant. Is it Dave and Grant or Ellie Grant? Who's you?
Who's you? So it's like
who's you? What a show.
No, like Matt Sarah's podcast where it's like a little MMA, but mostly not MMA, you know, like he asked Grant about Star Wars and like lots of fun things, TV shows they're watching. Like, that'd be cool. We could do something like that. Elle and Grant. Yeah, I would totally do something like that.
I think you guys would do it. I would love to. We'll send a camera guy and a real crew down to your place and do it live in like a studio.
That'd be a good time. Yeah, we just rewatched all the extended versions of Lord of the Rings. We got to hit the Hobbit next.
Wow.
Yeah, we could. I'd be down to do a little nerd show. I'm down for
Lord of the Rings 20 years ago. That's like the pinnacle of life. Like those were some good long Thursday nights.
Got the Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the back.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. For one,
we need to do another card break for sure.
Yeah, that's soon, guys. We'll do that real quick. Oh, it's in the house. You know what I got? I'll send it to you. I got a Grant Dawson game used t-shirt card. I forgot to send it to you.
Oh, like the ones that have the little like patch of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Bossarat out of 50.
Nice.
Chimaev out of 99 on the parallel shiny. I think I'm going to sell these.
Yeah? Yeah.
Gillian Robertson rookie card. She's pretty good.
Nice.
Signed cards by G.
Dave's a jock. Dave's not a nerd.
Yeah, I've been called worse. And then you ready? You might like this one now. Dominic Cruz signed card.
Oh wow, that's cool. I like his. I like all the like crossovers of the old MMA rivalries, and they all like do podcasts together now.
I know.
Like Dominic Cruz and Uriah Faber doing podcasts together. You got Izzy and Whitaker doing shows together. Like, I love it. I love it.
All right, we're rolling, guys. Enjoy UFC Vegas 111 this weekend. Main event: Rude Randy Brown versus Gabriel Bonfim. But good card. You know, there's some good fights on the card. Hopefully, after Saturday, we were just talking about fights and no scandals. Hopefully, we're above and moved on. But yeah, good show.
It's going to be around for months. People are
not a new one. Not a new one. No new scandals.
Yeah. No, for sure. I'm just saying everybody's going to talk about this for months.
If you're a UFC fighter and you're doing this now after what we just saw this weekend, you are a bonehead idiot.
Like, I agree. I'm kind of in shock, to be honest. I think when I was watching the fight back the first time, I wasn't seeing any of this because in my head I was like, why would, like, that's stupid. Who would do that? Like he's not that dumb, you know? And
I called you right away.
No, you were on top of it. I wanted to wait till the info came out, and it came out. So,
dang, look at that. Dude, you'd be happy, proud of me. I think I'm taking creatine gummies now.
Why gummies? Just take creatine.
I'm a man that likes gummies.
Just they're so expensive. Creatine's so cheap.
Dude, I got so much money. Just
send me some.
No, I don't. I actually got to send you some. I'm broke. I got 4 kids.
Schnell has retired at least once.
Oh yeah, I thought twice.
Maybe twice.
Yeah.
This is kind of a weird co-main event. I'm not gonna lie.
What's the co-main event?
Unless that's not the right
order. The co-main event.
Sometimes the order on Google is not the same. So let me go to ESPN. Hang on. Because it shows Matt Schnell versus Morales.
What?
Yeah, hang on. That might not be accurate. Give me a sec.
I'm
I gotta look on ESPN. Yeah, Matt Schnell and Joseph Morales is the co-main event for this weekend. That's a very strange co-main.
Ricky Simone versus Ronnie Barcelos. That's a banger.
That's a banger. That's like my underrated banger for this weekend. This is a banger too. Muslim is kind of wild. He's got that weird kung fu. Medic is fun. Like that'll
Misha
be.
Pettiton is fighting on this card.
Huh? Yeah.
Wow. The
Christian
prelims
Lee's
are actually pretty good.
Yeah. Hyder Emil is fighting Jamal Emmers. I'm interested to see that.
Miles Johns versus Daniel Marcos. That's a good fight.
Okay. Adrian Yanez is on this card versus Christian Quinones, and the co-main event is Matt Schnell and Joseph Morales.
Why? Yeah, what is that? They paid off.
Weird. It's weird.
Adrian Yanez isn't fighting on this card, is he?
It's showing up on ESPN.
Wow.
Unless it got moved and it's not updated yet. But Yanez versus Quinones. I know that's been on the card unless it got moved.
That is true. Guys, if you want to see Adrian Yanez, he had a great podcast on the Fight Bananas YouTube channel with our guy, James Lynch. Go watch that. Adrian Yanez, good podcast.
Nice. Yeah. I like Adrian Yanez. I'm a big fan of his.
Nice.
Miles Johns, Daniel Marcos. That's a good fight.
Great fight.
Yeah.
This card's pretty good.
There's some sleepers on this card for sure.
Yeah, there you go. I knew it. Thank you. I thank you, Big Boris.
Okay.
Yeah, this fight is not on that card.
I had not seen that. Okay.
Thank you. Hey, Big Boris, shout out to you, man. Sub the channel. Share it with an enemy. All right? Share it with someone you don't like. All right.
Then argue with them in the continent section.
Oh, Tatiana Soares and Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix, not Aaron Pico.
There we go. I guess, are they married or just engaged?
I'm not sure, but I don't know if Patchy Mix is in the UFC anymore. All right, with that, we are leaving the show. We'll see everyone later on. Guys, I had a show yesterday by myself. I think we're going to do another MMA weekly round. Oh, I'll be at Island Fights this Saturday, Island Fights 92. So no show on Friday.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Everyone, have a great day. Elle, you're the greatest. I appreciate you. We'll see you guys next week.